Chair Waters, we have the bank stress tests taking place over the next week, and their capital return programs to be announced next Thursday. It is widely expected by the analyst community that all of the 18 banks being tested will pass the stress test and go on to announce capital return plans that could see buybacks and dividends as much as 100% of their earnings. Do you think that's the right use of their earnings?
No, I don't, and you know that we're concerned about that. We had a hearing this year, which we have not had in 10 years, with, the 10 CEOs of all of the large banks. And we're asking them about, their practices, and we're trying to make sure that they conform with some of what we require in Dodd-Frank and all of that. And so we're working aggressively to deal with oversight and our own responsibility for our banks and our big financial institutions. And no, we don't think the buybacks are in the best interest of the investors. So we're taking a look at that.
Well, I mean, it is of the interest of the investors, though, Chair Waters, to see those stock buybacks. But you said you're working with them to make sure they conform to Dodd-Frank. These are the Dodd-Frank stress tests. So if they pass them, are they not permitted to do as they like with their capital?
No, we do have requirements for stress testing, and for almost 5 years, most of them had not passed their stress test, but they corrected themselves and they've done better, and I think most of them now have passed the stress test. And there's some who would like us to get rid of the stress test altogether, but we're not going to do that. The stress test, as we put together in Dodd-Frank reforms, will still be in place, and we still expect them to be able to pass the stress test.
Wanted to ask you